Hello, everyone. Jubilee Lipsy here. It's Valentine's Day, though I'll be posting this the next day. And I wanted to talk today about something a little Valentine's Day related. Since I am married, I want to share, perspective from that lens. But it's just something I've been thinking about lately. I've been thinking about what aspect of love or relationship I wanted to share about, and what keeps coming up in my mind, and just I'm starting to see it more. I'm starting to notice it more as I've been thinking about it in media, is this idea of like a soulmate, and the idea of the one, and what goes into that, being someone that is married and for 9 years almost now. It's going to be 9 years in September, I think. Just seeing what we've been through since we got married, and seeing how our perspectives have changed, and seeing just what we were thinking when we got married and what we're thinking now, and how that's similar, how that's different, just all these thoughts going through my head. And this will resonate with many of you probably. What I want to say about the one is that I think what's de-emphasized in a lot of media is when you're watching something, a story that is being told start to finish with a script, it's so easy to absorb that without remembering that what you're watching is very scripted, and it's easy to feel like it was inevitable that they end up together. And for the Christian can easily spiritualize that and say, well, because God is sovereign and he has a plan for my life, it's easy to mold that in your brain into an idea that there's one single person out there that, since God knows everything, right? He knows ahead of time who and if you're going to marry. And so it feels inevitable, and it feels like God is just scripting everything, and there's one person out there, and if you don't find them, you're screwed. Why would that happen? We don't know. And if you do find the one, you'll automatically just magically know that it's the one, and if you marry them, your life is going to be great. That doesn't exist. I do not believe, I don't have like chapter and verse on this, but from experience as a believer and seeing, a married believer and seeing other married believers, I do not believe that there is one single person that you were forced by destiny to marry. And this is actually what's so beautiful about marriage. There is an element of mystery to this, to the intersection of God's sovereignty and our choice. And in heaven one day we will see where that intersection is. Until then, it is a bit of a mystery. I don't know exactly how it works, but I have seen it at work. It's just difficult to grasp and explain because he's God and we're not. There's going to be some mystery. But what I have seen is that what's so beautiful about marriage is the choice. When you decide to pursue, you're dating someone and you decide to go deeper with them and pursue marriage, and then they propose and you say yes. If you're, I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, there is something so beautiful about what you're saying there. And even in the marriage, the old marriage covenant for weddings, there's a phrase, forsaking all others. And that means that there are other possible potential choices out there, but you are choosing to stop here. You love this person so much that you are choosing to forsake all other possible choices. You're refusing the opportunity cost and saying, I don't want to keep shopping. I don't want to keep looking. This isn't about my life being instantly perfect if I marry you. I know that we're going to go through stuff. I know that we're going to learn stuff and grow together, but I am committing to be on that journey with you because I love you and I don't want to know what else is out there. And I know that I know that there is a mystery to what God knows we're going to do versus what we choose to do. And hopefully we're being led by him toward the right the right kind of person. We need to be looking for the right things, but there is a lot of choice involved. And I feel like a lot of people probably are very discouraged waiting for the one, because what they're waiting for is something perfect. What they're waiting for is something that will just automatically answer all their needs and all their desires and all their wants. And I really don't think that that's out there any more than like the perfect job is out there or the perfect living situation. It is what you make it. And yes, there are qualities that are non-negotiable that you do need to look for in a spouse. But a lot of times people are dating people that are great. And they're just overthinking it because they're thinking, is this the one? Like, what am I? They're waiting for some handwriting on the wall. And definitely be led by the Lord. There are many times when God will give you words and confirmation if you're hungry for his word. If you're asking for confirmation, he will definitely give it. I'm not advocating just rushing into things or settling, but there is a reason it's called settling down, because you are settling to a degree, but hopefully in a good way, not a bad way. High standards are excellent, but high expectations can actually keep you waiting longer than you were meant to, because you're just holding out for something that doesn't exist and doesn't exist in you either. Like you're not perfect either. And so I think this could be looked at like a very discouraging topic, but I think it's a beautiful topic because we can be led by the Lord. Keep your eyes on Jesus and live your life as a beautiful journey and a beautiful adventure with God. And as you're going along, pray for your future spouse. Keep your eyes open. Be in environments with the type of people that have those qualities that you value. And when you honestly have a friend who respects and honors you and has all those qualities, and you seem to have those qualities for them, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to choose. Don't be afraid to say, I am deciding that this is the one. And God will lead the way, be led by the Holy Spirit, but don't be afraid to choose. We overthink things. If you've asked the Holy Spirit to lead and guide you and you've been obeying him to the best of your ability, and you find a godly person that is running the same race alongside you and doors are opening in friendship, don't be afraid to walk through them, because God did that. But you've got to be the one to set things in motion. You've got to be the one to respond. Make that choice, because that's the beautiful part of marriage on the human side, is that we get to choose each other. And then you keep choosing each other and keep choosing each other over and over every day. And each day with God's new mercies, that means something unique and different. And it's beautiful. It's amazing. And I pray that this encourages you, and that if you are still waiting, start praying and ask the Lord if you're being active enough to hang out with the people that really embody those characteristics. But maybe God just needs to open your eyes to someone that's already there, that isn't like the storybooks, but they are exactly what you need. Just a suggestion. Don't be afraid of it.